down. Sit down. What's going on, YouTube? Ozric here. And I swear that's probably the first time in Modern Warfare 3 that my knife lunge has actually worked. And I know he was pissed. I almost feel bad every time that happens. I know I am heated every time it happens to me. But this game I'm using the MK14. I have red dot attachment. And I'm also using silencer with my specialist loadout. This is a really good setup. I'm actually surprised. I was going through my files and this was the first MK14 red dot M.O.A.B that I got. And I forgot what prestige I got this. It wasn't too long ago. It was sometime within the last couple weeks. And I just had it saved on my hard drive. But what I want to talk about here is, while I was watching myself play, I start this match off really, really slow. And I always do this pretty much in every gameplay. Is I like to start slow. And as the match progresses, I start feeling out the opponent. It's kind of like, you know, those of you that watch UFC. My favorite UFC fighter is Anderson Silva. Dude is a beast. Dude is an assassin. But when you watch the beginning of his fights, he's always feeling out the defense. He's feeling out how his opponent's planning on attacking, seeing what he can get away with, what movements are going to work for him. And then once he feels comfortable, he goes in for the kill. And that's kind of how I like to relate my gameplay is, you know, when I start off a game, I always start out relatively slow and cautious, and I start filling out the defense. I start seeing, you know, what they like to do, because people play in patterns. You know, it's the very rare player. I'm not saying it doesn't ever happen, because me personally, I'm an exception to the rule. But most people, they don't switch their game style up. You know, when they feel comfortable running a certain route, you know, to get behind you, or they feel comfortable using a certain type of strategy, they'll usually stick to that the entire game. And you just kind of, in the beginning of the match, feel out, see what the other team's doing, and then, you know, counter it. That's exactly what I did here. In the beginning, I was pushed up towards the spawn and played it real cautious, and then I smelled blood. I kind of realized, hey, you know what? Some of these guys don't have the best gun skill, and I can kind of get away pushing up right to the point of their spawn. And what I like to do is, when they have C, I come up onto this two-story. Now, when you come to this two-story, you have to be extremely, extremely careful, because not only will they spawn in front of you on the other side of the C flag, but they spawn directly behind you. There's two spawn points. You see where these guys are right now? That's a spawn point. That guy right there, he just spawned right there. They also spawn to my left right here on the other side of the planter, so you have to watch out for that too. What influences that spawn point is, you got to understand, when you guys have the B flag, your team generally is pushed up into that corner. And when you're pushed up into that corner, they will no longer spawn on towards the B side of the C flag. So where they're going to spawn is, they're going to spawn in the middle, right by the C flag. But when you push up and you get on that two-story, you're activating that spawn that's directly behind you. So you always, you know, have to be careful of who's spawning behind you. I would actually do something like right here. You notice a lot of times what I do is I'll kill one person and immediately turn around to see if anybody popped up there. And a good way to manipulate this spawn and force them to spawn in the middle is actually to jump down like I've done here. Like, you spend some time up on the two-story, and then you jump down backwards and you block this spawn point that's to my left. Now, what this does is this forces them to spawn right there right by the C flag, and also on the other side. If you're in that spot and then you're looking over towards the middle by the C flag, your team's pushed up past Bravo and is moving in towards C. Spawn's gonna flip over towards Alpha, most likely behind B in that little room. It just depends where your teammates are. But see right there, I get the M.O.A.B. It's went by relatively fast. You know, once I actually got up into the spawn, and you know, I was able to work that magic. And this is one of the few maps that I can do that on. You know, a lot of maps you can't really manipulate it that way. I know Bootleg's another map you can do this on. But anyways, just some quick tips for you guys. MK14's a beast, man. Check it out. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Peace.